Okay, so with the roof working, I took it on its first test drive, and of course, well, on its first test drive that I did, proper one, well, semi-proper. Anyway, first drive, there wasn't the drive home with just the roof up because it's actually raining now. Because yeah, the entire week I've fixed it. It was nice and sunny. Now it's raining, so of course, observations so far. This door handle doodad here, I think there's some parts broken out of the door panel itself, so this does not want to really hold all that well. There might not be much I can do about that except for replacing the entire door panel, which I don't fancy. Obviously it's a early 2000s VW, so you have these peelings on the buttons almost everywhere. This door handle itself looks really bad, but at a glance, at a closer look at least. But you can get that empty housing pretty cheap on eBay, brand new. Same would apply to the passenger side if it had a door panel already. The handle is pretty rubbish on that. This thing, that is some, I don't even know what to, it's like, I think it might be an Android, might be a Windows based unit. I have no idea. It's some, I think it's Bluetooth and designed by Maizun. Definitely Chinese something. I know Bluetooth, it's recognized, or it calls itself MS Car Kit, I believe. It's just horrible. The interface is horrible. It's a resistive touchscreen. It has navigation, but it's just, yeah, I mean, have a look at this. I mean, let's just, yeah, find address, and it's ancient. It doesn't know things, and I don't know. I haven't found a map mode yet. Oh, there's map. Duh, obvious. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. So obviously you can see we don't live in a street that exists. We live in a field. And I know some people are going to giggle now. I know exactly why. Yeah, this is just outdated. It's just ancient, you know. Even has a TV mode, Bluetooth. Works, as I said, mostly. Actually, Bluetooth does work. It's really iffy to connect. You basically blindly need to know that you just need to punch in a pairing code of like 4 times 0. And then you need to get the timing right between this and the phone, and otherwise it doesn't work. And once it's connected, it works, although it has like horrible background noise when there's no audio coming, like just white noise, but pretty loud. Speaking of speakers, I'm not sure because it's of the door panels or the lack of things on there, but right now it feels like a heavy rear bias. Not sure these are doing anything. This one, obviously the tweeters are missing. Not sure what's supposed to be there, if it's a speaker that's supposed to be there, because I don't think... Is it a speaker? No, that is not a speaker. So I guess there could be a speaker, but there isn't. Yeah, I don't know if these two down there do a thing, or if the lack of balance is just because of the missing tweeters, or if this is just garbage. But yeah, it doesn't look all that nice. If you take a closer look, the frame is broken here. It's all grubby, and like the soft coat is peeling off, like it does like in basically any VW product of that era. Steering wheel, it is so smooth. It's like super slippery. It's not even funny. It looks pretty good otherwise, condition-wise, but it's pretty slippery. I'm not sure this can be rescued with just some cleaner or something, but probably not. Also, that looks lovely. Something more inconvenient possibly is cruise control. Does not work. Not even a little bit. It just doesn't even turn on. But I've researched online. I'm gonna probably take this apart here. You can just pop the back off somehow and then take the entire electronic board out of there. Apparently it's literally just this switch that sometimes just doesn't contact anymore, and apparently it's reasonably common for this to fail. So might not be the end of the world. Plus, Cruise control. I'm not sure Kelly's gonna use it much at all. So, who knows? Okay, there's a lighter in there. Might even be Kelly's. This radio, this has its GPS antenna up there, and it has a USB plug in here. And I assume that this possibly belongs with it. I don't know. Don't know if there's batteries in there. Probably not, no. But yeah, nobody really needs that. The shifter boot, the leather here is completely gone, and the trim here is peeling. But the entire assembly is very much not unique to the Eos, so you can have like any random design, pattern, color combination for 20 to 40 euros on eBay, basically, just brand new with a frame, with a trim, with everything. What I found out, or what I tested successfully, is heated seats. Those do work. The heater works well too. I believe I tested the AC on the way home, and it did produce cool air. I didn't need it blasting icy anyway, so I'm not dead certain on that, but it seems to work in general. So, from this perspective, in here, it seems like it's pretty usable car so far. And it rained all day, and now that I went out, it actually stopped raining, so I couldn't really test the leakage or not. Oh, I noticed this, that's difficult to see. This fabric there on the has like a gap to the bottom from the pillar here. There's like a probably 2-3 centimeter gap on the bottom. Over here, there isn't. You can see it's pretty flush on the bottom. So might look into that, but honestly, if a slight misalignment on the fabric here is the worst I have now in terms of roof, well, I'm probably pretty lucky. So yeah, it's a car. It works. Just needs a few more details. And my first parts arrived, so I right away went ahead and turned some of the interior that looks like this into shiny new trim pieces. All black, A-pillar, corner, and the roof frame, because it was literally the only grey stuff in here, like black carpet, black leather, black headliner, like everything is black. But no, the A-pillar frame and the window frame was grey, light grey, and one of the A-pillar frames was really filthy, as seen before in one of the videos, and so I decided to splurge a little, and I got some used but in really nice condition black trim, and I just installed that. What I need now is the black sun visors. I still don't have those. This black light panel here, I think I have one coming already, and I have a lead on a driver's side visor. I don't have one on a cheap, at least passenger side yet, because the cheapest one I could find so far on eBay and stuff is like 55 euros each per side, which is not really fun, you know. Anyway, looks already like a car now, so it's getting there. Nice. As you can see, I decided I don't want to leave these as they are, because, well, it just looks crap. It just doesn't look nice. So I got some sandpaper, and I'm sanding them down. Took them apart again, took them off again, obviously, of the car. Sanding them down, and then I'm just gonna do some of this, some clear coat, and then we'll see what that looks like. I mean, can't really be worse than before, can it? I mean, I guess it can, but I'm being slightly optimistic that it's at least not worse than before. Okay, well, looks like I'm done as far as I'm concerned. This one obviously was a lot worse than this one. Still has a lot of original paint on it that actually likes to stay there. Doesn't really want to come off too easily, so I'm just not gonna bother. Since, well, this is definitely not gonna be a permanent solution unless the cars get sold soon. But this is just to make it look a little bit nicer, just a tiny bit improvement. So sun is still shining. I'm gonna go find some cardboard, go on the patio, and spray those puppies. Welcome to my professional paint booth, even with like secret compartments for the wiring and stuff. So yeah, off we go. Let's see how that goes. It is still drying. It's been like 5 minutes or something, and I can already see that I might regret. No idea if you can see it in the video right now. It's too bright. I can already see little lines where the edge was of the old paint that didn't want to come off. It's not as dominant on this one because most of it was still painted on the top side. You can see it on the bottom though, there's a line. I don't know, we'll see. Once this just gets another coat and then some clear, yeah, you can see it definitely. Oh well, we'll see. As I said, it's gonna get another coat and then it's gonna get some clear. But in the meantime, trunk lock. This is, I believe, from a 2012 Audi something, like A4, A6, one of those. So yeah, that's gonna now replace the, to be fair, as of this last recent taking apart, working but still duct taped housing kind of deal. So not gonna leave that as is because no thank you, just don't want to deal with that. You know, I just don't feel like keeping the emergency release on the back there exposed at any given time just in case I need to get to it because the trunk lock decides, oh no, not today, ask me later or something, you know. So I'd rather not have that happen. So let's get this puppy off again. Where are the bolts again? Oh right, I need to actually take some covers off before I get to the bolts. Yeah, need 2 hands. Yeah, so out with the old, in with the new. I'm not really bothered by the fact that this is anodized black and this new one, replacement one, isn't, because whatever, it's just gonna live up there anyway. I don't think it matters at all. So, whatever. This looks so much nicer without all the duct tape around it. You know, it's just plastic and hidden metal. As you can see, you can barely see the fact that it's not even anodized. Again, really don't care. So, first attempt. Trunk is closed. Well, not really a surprise, but just nice to have. So now, next up, I'm going to actually go. I also just noticed more reasons why I believe to be correct about the alignment of the trunk. Look at that gap here. It's about, well, as wide as my finger. If you look over here, well, that would be 2 fingers. Yeah, so trunklet needs to be aligned. I believe that's just quote-unquote few bolts, screws, nuts, left and right. I think it's just those 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was just about to say I'm gonna put the cover on here, but I might have to do that first. Although I actually believe the cover only goes up to here, so where it's silver, you know, obviously. So I think I'm gonna get the cover, assuming I have actually working clips, because I did not buy any trunk liner clips at all, and I've noticed there's a lot of broken ones around, so I might only get that on like just barely hanging in there, but it just should make it look a little bit more complete. Well, not too bad, depending on how much I want to do today. I got a total of 12 that are basically intact, or that I was able to put together. That's obviously one part, one inner part, and I have this one, but as you can see, when he took that out, he used probably some pliers or some flush cutters or something to pull on it. I don't know if I trust this to go back in and then maybe out again one day. It seems okay, seems relatively sturdy, but I feel like I'm not gonna use it. Obviously these are dead. This one looks especially nice. Just smashed and ripped, and this pin might be usable here, but again it's ripped open, so I'm not even gonna bother. I'm probably just gonna check how many I actually need and go to VW and order some. Like, I also noticed triangle speakers. There's some rubber doodad on here. There's one down there, a big one, a small clip here, and some other weird thing here. On this one, this thing is missing. It has the one on the bottom. I just put this one in that was still in my collection of random things. I don't know where they belong. And at this point, I'm almost certain a lot of this stuff belongs to the old roof. So I might not need to concern myself with it. Although I still don't know how these are mounted. I need to look that up. And but yeah, this has 11, no 10 I think. 2, 4, 6, yeah, 10. This has 10 of these. But obviously I still have the side panels left and right. And let's have a look. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although this looks bigger, that might not be one of those. 6. That's definitely 1, 7, 6 or 7. And whatever this is. Don't know. 7 of those on that side. So presumably on that side too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, 7. So I need 14 more. I'm not sure this needs any of those. I actually don't believe it does. This is definitely mounted differently. Yeah, so 14 plus 10, 24. I have 12, so I have 50%. So right now what I'm thinking is, I'm just gonna use like, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, roughly like that. So just half of it, so it just stays in place, and the rest is easy to put in later. And then I have some left to maybe affix these two if I get around to do all the cable management in the trunk, because the wiring harness still needs to be actually put in place, tucked away and zip tied in place, and just tidied up a bit before I want to put these in. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do my one now. Well, I found one more of those clips. It's broken and stuck in there. Great. So yeah, I've been trying to get that out, but it is resisting, fighting, and highly annoying. But hey, come on. Well, look at that. It looks more like a trunk again. Yeah, I put 6 in there, still 4 left, but obviously I just put the ones here and here, and the bottom row in, so it's actually in place. So now, in fact now what I'm going to do now is close this. Nothing in there that I need. Well, works anyway. Now I'm going to have a look at these. And I think I'm going to get a second coat now. Yeah, you can still see the scratches from sanding them. I don't know if that's going to go away. Okay, alignment doesn't seem actually all that difficult. I think I got this side already a bit closer, or further away, and this a bit closer. Not perfect just yet, but getting there. What I noticed, this side of the trunk lid sticks up higher than this, noticeably. I'm wondering whether this is related to those things, you know, the one I replaced and the one that I didn't, and the one that is springy, the other one isn't. I tried to push it in further, turn it in further, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be doing what I want it to. Otherwise, there's more than a finger over here now, and there's still just barely enough for 2 fingers here, so I might just try to scoot it over a little bit more on the hinges, and then I'll see. I don't know about that thing. It's a bit of weird construction wise, so I'm gonna play a little bit more with this. Okay, I think that's probably as good as I'm gonna get it without trying a million times in 10 hours, but this looks now pretty uniform, and it looks pretty similar to this. Looked at it from behind. I think this gap is now a little bit smaller than the other one, but not much. It looks pretty good. Lines up here pretty well. I've tried to get the height adjusted. I just can't. I pushed this almost all the way in and it doesn't do a thing. So it's a bit higher. Yeah, I guess this could scoot ever so slightly backwards. So I'll try that, and then I'll probably leave it at that. Okay, I tried to put it further back just a tiny bit, which I'm not sure I did much, if at all. But whatever I did, I think actually fixed the height adjustment here, like relative to the other side, because I think that looks pretty uniform now. So, well, I guess I'll take it, and I'm just gonna leave it at that because, well, as we all know, it's not pristine. It's never gonna be pristine. It's just nice and cheap and works. Well, I had to quickly abandon Operation Paint Booth because it started to drizzle outside, and well, I'm only on the 2 coats, no clear yet. It doesn't really rain just yet, but there's drops coming down, so I'm gonna have an eye on that and maybe relocate to the carport if I can find space.